Are you saying that your tariffs will cause some prices to go up?
No, I think the tariffs are going to be great for us because it's going to make us rich.
But you said some dolls are going to cost more. Isn't that an acknowledgement that some prices will go up?
I don't think a beautiful baby girl that's 11 years old needs to have 30 dolls. I think they can have 3 dolls or 4 dolls because what we were doing with China was just unbelievable. We had a trade deficit of hundreds of billions of dollars with China.
When you say they could have 3 dolls instead of 30 dolls, are you saying Americans could see empty store shelves?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they don't need to have 30 dolls. They can have 3. They don't need to have 250 pencils. They can have 5.
But you're basically saying there could be some supply shortages because of the tariff.
We don't have to waste money on a trade deficit with China for things we don't need, for junk that we don't need.
So how many dolls does a girl really need? U.S. President Donald Trump is speaking there to NBC's Meet the Press. Kristen Welker acknowledging the impact of his tariffs on consumers while insisting that the United States doesn't need to waste money on a trade deficit with China on, quote, things we don't need. The ongoing trade uncertainty has prompted many investors to stay cautious and keep cash. One of them is Mark Mobius, chairman of Mobius Emerging Opportunities Fund. Dr. Mark Mobius, great to have you on. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today. So you made some headlines saying that cash is king right now. The market, though, is almost behaving as if we are peak uncertainty. You don't see it that way.
Well, actually, you've seen the recovery. We've had a, 16, 17% recovery in the U.S. and other markets around the world. So there's been some recovery from the deep decline we saw, and that is usual. Usually when you have a sudden sell-off in the market, you have a recovery. But this is not over yet. This whole trade thing is going to continue. I think a lot of people forget that the real issue is the fact that the U.S. has lost its manufacturing capability, and it's very dangerous for the U.S. to be in that position. Everything is now dependent upon China and other countries, particularly China, whether it be parts, forget about the toys and the games, but let's look at parts, critical parts for airplanes, for military equipment, and so forth and so on. You cannot have a country like the U.S., which is so dependent upon other countries, particularly another country which really is a competitor, which China is, as you know.